Diciamo che con gli anni il metodo per far andare il jukebox non è cambiato, anche col jukebox digitale. Il pugno il pugno funziona.
Do you remember this player called Enrico Annoni?
Yes.
Yes?
Like Enrico.
Did he leave a good, did he left on good terms?
He's very highly regarded among Celtic fans.
Everyone used to chant Rico, Rico when he'd come on. Yeah, it was great.
Really?
You absolutely loved him.
Bit of a cult hero. He was there when I had my season ticket.
He was there.
Rico.
We used to call him Tarzan, you know?
Yeah.
That's his
Tarzan.
Well, it's Tarzan, you know? Tarzan Annoni, that's his name.
Balottiere, sorry, Balottiere.
Balotelli.
Right, psycho. But he's a good football player.
So, guys, there'll be no derby this year. How do you guys feel?
That's a shame, isn't it?
It is a shame.
It's a shame.
It's a shame. It was, to be honest, it was getting to the stage that was what you paid your season ticket for, was
The
what, 4
derby.
games a season. That
I'm
was
not
it.
gonna miss it.
Apparently they're bringing back the cup. So that Rangers
And I was talking about making this old cup, the Glasgow Cup,
The
so that we
Glasgow
can
Cup.
play in. But they've only got about
The
6
Glasgow
players.
Cup will basically be the Celtic versus the Rangers, right?
Well,
what
that's what
about
it
the
was.
Scottish Cup?
The Scottish Cup.
Is there such a thing, like the FA?
Yeah.
It's called the Scottish Cup. Yeah.
Scottish Cup, right?
Yeah. I mean, we don't know if they're going to be able to field a team next season. They've only got about 6 or 7 players at the moment.
So far,
Yeah.
everybody left.
Everyone's
A
left.
lot of people decided their contracts wouldn't be renewed.
Come on, it was good news for you guys.
I don't know. I prefer the European games. There's a lot of hatred comes out in the derby that.
Really?
There's 2 really big scores in the sort of late 90s, early 2000s. We beat them 5-1 one year and 6-2 another year, and they were both just.
I think I liked the 6-2 game. That was amazing. Chris Sutton scored the fastest Old Firm goal in history.
And he was offside.
And he was 100 miles.
So it made it even better.
The
5-1 game for me was amazing because that was my first game with a season ticket, first Old Firm game I'd seen, and we weren't expected to win.
What's the difference between hill and heel?
Heel.
Oh, heel.
Heel and hill.
Hill.
Yeah.
And garlic?
No, Gaelic?
How do you say that?
Gaelic.
But what about garlic?
Garlic.
Say it again?
Gaelic would be the language, and garlic.
Wow,
But
very close.
But in Irish, Gaelic would be called Gaelic.
Oh.
Well, the English version of the Irish word would be Gaelic, whereas the Scottish would be Gaelic.
Oh, I see. Okay.
No rain.
Where else would you wear a kilt? You know, for like a ceremony, for example?
Yeah, things like graduations, weddings, funerals, I suppose. Birthday parties, sort of stag parties and that kind of thing.
Parties,
you know?
Yeah.
Oh, just any kind of. We pretty much. You can justify it for anything, more or less. I can even justify it for my work, but I don't do that often.
Right. Well, you don't need to wear a kilt in the store, right? Or
sometimes people do. Andy, one of the other managers, has got a full tartan suit with a top hat as well.
Wow.
So it doesn't always have to be a kilt, just tartan, you know.
Wonder if it's true what they don't wear beneath the kilt.
And that's the Scottish kilt, right? Because, for example, in Ireland, they would have just one colour.
In Ireland now, they have a few tartans as well.
Oh, really?
Different sort of areas have got their own regional tartan. There's a few tartans that we make that are actually Irish surnames and stuff like that as well. It's either a family or a group of families that are historically close. So maybe 5 or 6 surnames might be one sort of clan tartan.
Like surnames like Mac?
Well, for example, mine's is Sharp, but it's actually the Stewart of Bute clan. So there's maybe 4 other surnames that all would wear that tartan.
All right.
So it's not necessarily just your last name. It could be a sort of close. It's just because there used to be little communities dotted all over the place. So the close-knit communities might have just one tartan for a couple of them, and then in a different area they might have a sort of more.
Excuse me, are you wearing a skirt?
What are you, that, sissy girl? This is no skirt. This be a utility kilt made from the finest duck cloth. Ah, so soft. Fashioned from the traditional garb of the Celtic warriors.
And this goes way back to the 1600s, or is that the era?
I think that's when, that's the earliest they've found kilts from. So it could be longer. I mean, these kilts here are made like just as a sort of waist down thing. Historically, it would just be one big bit of cloth wrapped right the way around, so like in Braveheart and stuff like that, you know, the one big bit of cloth over the shoulder, around the waist, and it was just one big length of cloth. Now these are made more formal, you know, you wear a jacket with it, shirt, maybe a tie or a bow tie, and it's the equivalent of a trouser, sort of.
Well, that's a big stereotype with the kilt, but you tell me if it's not a stereotype. You know, most people tell us that you're not supposed to wear undies under the kilt.
Definitely not.
Why is that?
Well, I guess it
sounds cold, you know, just because of the...
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes it is. But on a hot day, it's good. The wind gets it.
And the wind, too. It's a windy city.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, I mean, I've worn a kilt in Italy before. And
in LA?
In Italy.
In Italy?
Yeah, Marina di Carrara.
Marina di Carrara.
Beer festival that happens every year, so I definitely wouldn't wear underwear for that, no.
But in the winter, come on, sometimes do people...
Some people do, yeah. It's a personal choice, I guess. But the majority of people, I think, don't.
Because that would be kind of like not
just it's part of the history and the tradition of it, yeah. So there's a bit of fun with it as well. There's a wee cheeky thing you never know, you never quite know what's happening under there. So.
Siamo da Jeffrey, il miglior negozio di kilt di Glasgow, in Scozia, e DJ Aladyn proverà per voi i 5 migliori kilt. Cominciamo dalla posizione numero 5, occupata da un grigio contemporaneo.
Grigio, noia mortale.
Cioè, praticamente vi stiamo mandando in tilt. Anzi, che dico tilt, vi stiamo mandando in kilt. Posizione numero 4, un altro kilt tradizionale ma moderno contemporaneamente. Questo è il Claret Thistle.
Noi, ragazzi di oggi, noi.
Come ci spiegava Cammi, spesso e volentieri il classico tessuto scozzese, a seconda del colore, appartiene a una o più famiglie tipiche appunto del nord dell'isola sulla quale siamo in questo momento. E pare che gli antenati dei Dichiano, i Mac Dichiano, vestissero proprio con questo tessuto, cioè il Black Watch.
All'interno trovi del pomodorino secco.
Mentre l'intera comunità di Shuffolato si starà chiedendo: ma Aldino Dichiano in arte di DJ Aladyn, alla fine ste mutande sotto il kilt le sta mettendo, non le sta mettendo? Lo vediamo che gli prude, che cosa ci metti là dentro?
Qui dentro ci metto i ticket da 6,20 € per andare a pranzo, anche se qui non li accetto. Questo è molto grunge come modello.
Molto piace, infatti, posizione numero 2, Modern Red Fraser.
When I'm with you, it's paradise.
E finalmente è arrivato il momento della numero 1, della cosiddetta number 1, dei migliori kilt che abbiamo incontrato da Jeffrey a Glasgow. Mi sembra di capire anche qualcosa di più che un kilt. E il kilt è il Purple Thistle, ma è un deep purple? Oh, e poi voi state ancora a pensare, oh dai, ci sono i bambini! Ma bagnato poi? Fatto la pipì?
Oh madonna.
E giù di No, lui va tutto.
Lui forse sai che con tutto l'odio, ma forse era peggio Schillaci.
Stavo dicendo di
Sì.
Perché Schillaci era emo.
Eh beh sì, è vero.
Cioè, era
Comunque ci sono andata
quell'emo che però dici, ma no, ma tu no, cazzo, cioè.
Quando sono stato con quei capelli.
Era Tokyo Hotel, cazzo. Perché, cazzo? Totò, dai.